Okay.
Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Hijab Upworkwali and I am a student of Rehan School, Karangi campus. I am studying in class 7. My class name is the Future Navigators. Today's we have the very honorable and grateful guest whose name is Sir Akmal Hafeez. Let him about himself and now the him life journey. Hello sir, how are you?
Well, I'm good, thank you. What about you?
I am good. Sir, first of all, I want to thank you to come in my show and give me your valuable time.
You're very welcome.
Okay, sir. Before moving on the question, please introduce yourself.
My name is Akmal Hafeez, and I am a student, Ph.D. scholar in University of Aveiro in Portugal, and I'm pursuing my Ph.D. in management. And actually, apart from that, my basic background is business administration and entrepreneurship, and um, I have got my I come from Punjab College. We come from Punjab College, affiliated with University of the Punjab, and then I moved for further education at another university, Islamabad. I did my business administration master degree there, and then I got opportunity to study more and build my skills and polish my skills more, and in terms of education and online digital skills. And basically, we are from Gujarat, Pakistan, and we are living in Rawalpindi. My family is there.
Amazing. Okay, sir. So my first question: can you explain the role of digital marketing in today's business landscape?
Yes, it's a river digital marketing. The definition of marketing is to sell yourself, your product to someone and market yourself. This is the traditional way in the past. And nowadays we put the word digital because it is more um, improvement or enhancement of yourself, selling of yourself in a digital way, where AI, artificial intelligence, is playing an important role in our life, and we have different platforms: Upwork, Fiverr, Guru, etc., etc. And this is very important to know the landscape, the origin of the traditional versus digital marketing. And I also specialized in business administration, and my core subjects were in marketing. But I called marketing a separate thing as a traditional way, as I mentioned. And digital marketing is you are selling your product, your value towards your customers internationally in the global market. So I think many of our audience know about that. But I add a little bit. For example, you can see different machine learning skills, like you are learning from online as Ryan Foundation and Ryanwala itself teaching you how to earn money like 1 lakh rupees per year, and but how and why is the skill you want to learn, why you are learning, and how you are making 100 rupees, 100,000 rupees, 1 lakh rupees. Yeah. So this is the integration between traditional way and digital way. So I think this is my opinion on it. Everyone has different opinion, but my opinion is this.
Okay, thanks for answer. So my second question: what are some essential tools for managing digital marketing campaigns effectively?
There are a number of ways you can manage digital marketing campaigns. For example, if I I mostly use ChatGPT to ask more and about tools, and you can get Canvas, and other like descriptive is another tool. You can create your content. Like Canvas is common, I think. Many teachers use Canvas. It's Canvas or Canvas, I don't know how to pronounce. Because and the Canvas and descriptive and many other tools, uh, uh, and many entrepreneurs or businesses, they are implementing and adopting new skills, and they are finding different opportunities. So there are multiple ways you can run through Google ads and etc. etc. There are multiple tools available for that, but Canvas is common, I think.
Great. Thanks for answer. So my next question, how do you prioritize tasks when managing multiple digital marketing projects?
Um, it really depends on what projects do you have. If it is a smaller task and you just need a specific um, management tools, as I mentioned, Canvas is a simple. You can use it, and it is easy to use, and you can do your tasks like as a content creator, for example. And if you're a researcher or a teacher, so you can use according what your need is. I think it depends on the specific need.
Okay, amazing. So my next question, could you share an example of a successful digital marketing campaign you have managed and the tools you used?
Mm, Successful campaign. I think I didn't experience this, to be honest with you. As a successful digital marketing campaign, I didn't experience. So I see other people doing that, but I didn't experience myself.
Okay. So my next question, what are key performance indicators you track to measure the success of a digital marketing campaign?
There are multiple ways. I used to use Canvas and Google Ads, for example, as I mentioned, and there are other multiple. I didn't remember the tool's name exactly, but there are multiple tools I'm using to track my progress in this regard, especially Google, because Google has multiple options and it is more flexible.
Okay, thanks for answer. So my next question, how do you stay updated with the latest trends and changes in digital marketing?
Yes, it is very challenging to keep yourself updated with different trends as variation in digital marketing every single day. Because the ways like 5 years, if I talk about past 5 years, they were different, and now after like next 5 to 10 years, they are different. So it is difficult to choose from and keep myself updated because it is a huge field, and my current focus is on content creation as a researcher. I like reading and create my content on content like books. I love to read books and add something new in that. And it's all about like reading material and like different companies offering like online AI, artificial intelligence based learning, and they're using multiple. tools for that. So it really, mm, I don't rely on even one single resource because every tool is different and unique in terms of offering. Like as a consumer, I consume different tools according to my need, as I mentioned earlier, because uh, uh, I did my University of Marketing, and I did specialize in marketing. So I variate myself, like adopt myself in new trends as compared to past trends, and I strongly advise my audience to update yourself in terms of your needs and to whom you are selling yourself or your product or whatever.
Great. So my next question: what role does data analysis play in managing digital marketing efforts?
What role does data analysis play in managing digital tool efforts? Mm, it's I don't have specific answer about this because it is a complicated question in terms of managing data and using the digital tools, and data management is very it's a river to manage, right? So I don't have specific answer for that.
Okay. So my next question: how do you ensure that digital marketing tasks are completed on time and within budget?
For that, we set a time limit as a deadline, and like task management, and it is like a chain from individual to team, right? So in that specific, like different individual perform different tasks, and my learning is you can say in between, like I'm not so much professional yet in digital era, and as a student I can say I see different things from different perspective, and in research i I am thinking different uh, uh, different tools to align my education with skills, and I think teamwork is very important. Working in team and individual work, on the other hand, is I think not have any worth. And project management is very important to deliver your project on a specified deadline or timeline. It is very important, and the main goal is achieving your project successful in terms of deadline in a specific time frame by using digital tools and all those kind of ways.
Okay, so my next question: what challenges have you encountered when managing digital marketing tasks, and how did you overcome them?
Managing digital marketing tasks in this, I think one major challenge is communication and keeping yourself updated about your projects. And many companies expect from employees to deliver their projects on time, and understanding the project, understanding the pros and cons of it, getting in touch with the experts in your own field, and it is really challenging. And when you feel fear about that, you really get lost what to do next, and you have to make sure you give value, like value proposition. I call this in business terminology value proposition. You have to give value to your project and your company in this regard. So it's really challenging, I can say. And as I mentioned, time management. When you have any kind of project, not only in digital marketing, in life in general. For example, I can give an example of a friend of mine, for example, who working in bank. So he's a cashier. So he didn't manage his trust properly. So he quit the job. Why? Because even he got a degree in banking sector, but he didn't pursue his career in that. So it's a practical example of an employee. So challenges and opportunities. For example, you have challenge and at the same time you have opportunity. For example, you're using digital tools, and if we don't manage our time right, in the past we do things like 20 years, 30 years spent on one specific project, but we can do in within 5 years, within 4 years, and less than that. So it depends on specific fields, and as I mentioned earlier, it depends on needs of the customer and value to your customer in this reference, in this context, I can say.
Okay, so my next question: can you explain the importance of well-defined target audience in digital marketing?
It is very important to make sure what your audience is firstly, who you are selling, your content, for example, or your product or anything, and uh, are you considering all those factors that playing an important role in your project? For example, many content writer, if I can take example of it, like many are many of them are not mathematicians. I give example of Seminar is one. Ma'am Seminar is one of who is working as a mathematician, and she receives a blue badge on LinkedIn and many appreciation. And it's a complicated field, right? So very rare people who are considering a difficult subject, and your subject is very important, and as a project, and for example, I'm not taking any project right now because my focus is on my education and my work because it is very too difficult to live in a new country, and considering all those kind of things. But in Portugal we have different tools. We are using different tools to, for example, shopping from grocery stores is very different from Pakistan, and many other things like cultural changes. In Pakistan, we just have because I'm giving this practical example to make sure our audience consider this uh, in a simple way. I convey them simply, and they're managing their projects through digital. And in Pakistan, there is no such kind of concept. So this is my fifth month and here in Portugal. So I'm like thinking differently, or seeing the things differently as compared to my home country, Pakistan. So there are multiple ways you can see your project management, task management, for example, your team management, time management, and there are many like market competition, um market gap, and a lot of different things. For example, if I can give example of Rayhan Foundation and Qasim Ali Shah Foundation and Abdul Star Edi Foundation, Hakim Said Foundation, like related to pharmaceutical industry. So this is a gap filling, right? They are filling the gap within the market. They're giving more opportunities to their students, and in the longer run, they're professional, and they perform in a professional workplace. They understand these things better in the long run. So shorter term projects are very different, and longer term projects are very challenging and different. So there are many examples. Like you can take example of Facebook, um, and LinkedIn, and ChatGPT, for example. You can take example of ChatGPT. So before that, we don't have any such kind of opportunity to ask any question from ChatGPT that you are asking from me. They give you better understanding and conceptual framework, but sometimes technology is not like more worth as compared to men, because you are thinking by yourself in a practical, rational way, and not relying on virtual thinking. So these are the things that we should consider, and companies who are listening to this should consider needs of the people and customer and consumer, yeah, as a company.
Amazing. Okay, so my next question. Um, what strategies do you employ to leverage your professional network for marketing opportunities?
There are multiple ways, and the number one strategy, I think it's a challenge to overcome your fear to ask, because asking questions in a professional way and building your network, because your net worth is your network. Your network is your net worth, right? And many people read books, um, and to approach a person, but I think reading books, I just give a random example. I'm giving a random example of it. Reading books is not so important. You have to get in touch with real person, and ask from that. And uh, mm, we have, as I mentioned, we have challenges in terms many people not aware of it. Like in Portugal, many old people, like senior citizens, don't aware of it. Like they're not so technical. They don't know much about technology. And in Pakistan, same thing. Many people don't know that, like elderly people, how to use technology, how to operate it. But the future generation is using it in an effective way. So uh, can you show the question again and on the screen? Um, I make sure I'm on the track.
Again, question.
Yeah, question. Can you show the question? Yeah. What strategies do you employ to leverage your professional network and for making? What strategies do you employ to leverage your professional network for marketing opportunities? I think I directly communicate with the person, right? A professional person, to making myself updated, and there are multiple ways to market yourself, as I mentioned in my past talk in the interview. So there are different, aspects uh, you can play with. I hope it answers your question.
Okay, so my next question. So, in your opinion, what are the future trends and challenging in managing digital marketing and utilizing network connection effectively?
uh, I think there are multiple ways, and many entrepreneurs think about it. They're thinking about it to make sure to um, give their product as simple as useful, easy to use, for example. And I'm not sure about the future trends and challenges. Of course, challenges are the key barrier for entrepreneur and businesses to to overcome the basic barrier in between company and customer, right? So many companies, for example, I can take example of Elon Musk. He has built many companies, but he only focus on their own niche, right? He is not focusing on money. He's focusing on value of the customer, value people, and taking care of environmental issues, with regard to that. But many other companies who are not taking care of the environment in that case, and like global warming, for example, and all those kind. For example, coronavirus. I don't know. This is because of technology or some experiments they did in the past, and these kind of global issues. So many companies considering these factors not to disturb environment when it comes to digitalization, because there are two concepts. One is digitalization and one is sustainability. And from my experience, I have experience. What I experience from my life is about environment. As you can take example of plastic bags, for example, and you can take other any real life example. So environment protection of environment is most important, because it is becoming a trend, you know, to only focusing on money. Many companies focus on money, but many companies focus on value, environmental values, and um, I'm not sure about technology. Sorry for that. This is unforeseen question and unforeseen comment. If I comment on that, technology is a river, and along with that, trends is changing. Traditions are also changing. For example, I can see many people from Pakistan, and I'm so proud of them. Like little um, children who are performing great using technology, and they are performing their tasks very well. But if I can think, like in the past, we don't have such kind of stuff and that we have today, and um, you have to face challenges. If you don't face challenges, you will not, making a new progress in your life. So companies who are successful, they face challenges, and they are successful. And there are many examples you can um, see in your life, right? So this is important. And digital marketing, there are many opportunities for it. But the thing is, you have to make your basic condition which niche you are going to. For example, I am going to content writing, content creation. That is my field. So using with the help of technology.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much for giving me many knowledge.
You are very welcome.
Okay, so viewers, I am Hijab Upworkwali and my guest Akmal Hafeez. So I hope that you enjoyed our interview and some learned our interview. So thank you so
Yeah,
much, sir.
thank you so much, and thank you so much for the great question, because I didn't see these questions before, and I appreciate you asked different types of questions. I can focus
Sir.
more on it, work more on it, and my special message to my audience is to work on time management and value proposition. You have to give value to the company as an employee, or if you are a company, you have to value your consumers and consumer. It is very important, and fill the gap. Gap filling is very important.
Okay, sir. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.